What's going on, everybody? And I hope you're enjoying your week so far and you're getting ready for a very exciting wrestling weekend. NYG Jeffy T85 here, and I'm going to talk about the other big wrestling event that's going to be happening this weekend. Obviously, we know about Night of Champions. That's going to be happening on the WWE side on Saturday afternoon. But AEW has also got a major pay-per-view and a major show coming up this weekend, and that, of course, is AEW Double or Nothing, which a lot of people are saying is one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year for AEW and one of the biggest matches and match cards of the year for All Elite Wrestling. And right now, AEW has got 9 matches listed on the current card as of this moment. Things are obviously set to change from now until we get to the weekend. This video will be premiering at 12 o'clock on Sunday. So if matches are added onto the card, I will make sure to add it into the info. And I will talk about it a little bit more when we get onto the Double or Nothing show on Sunday. But as of this moment, there are 9 matches that are added to the card as we believe. Now, right now we have the Fatal 4-Way Pillars match between MJF, who's the champion, Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, and Jungle Boy Jack Perry. 4 pillars, fatal 4-way match for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. You also got FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler, and they will be taking on Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal for the for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Karen Jarrett, Sanjay Dutt, and Satnam Singh will be in the corner of Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal going into this match. You got Wardlow versus Christian for the AEW TNT Championship, and this will be contested in a ladder match. Arn Anderson will be in the corner of Wardlow, and Luchasaurus will be in the corner of Christian Cage. That should be a match to look out for. You have the Blackjack Battle Royal for the International Championship. 21 men will be in the match, including Orange Cassidy. And you have the likes of wrestlers such as Ricky Starks, Miro, most likely, Andrade. You're going to have Jay White, Ricky Starks, Juice Robinson. You're going to have a lot of the mid-card talent involved in this matchup when we get to Double or Nothing on Sunday. Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm. Obviously, we know these two have been feuding with one another individually, and because of the battle between the AEW Originals and the AEW Outcasts. They're going to be vying for the AEW Women's Championship. The Blackpool Combat Club, Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta will be taking on the Elite, Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, and Adam Hangman Page in an Anarchy in the Arena match. Jade Cargill will be taking on Taya Valkyrie in an AEW TBS Women's Championship match. So you got 2 Women's Championship matches on AEW Double or Nothing for the AEW Women's title and now for the AEW TBS Championship. You got Ethan Page and the Guns, Austin and Colton Gunn. They will be taking on the Hardy Boys, Jeff and Matt Hardy, and Hook. Originally supposed to be Isaiah Cassidy. He's out right now due to injury. So Hook is going to take the spot of Isaiah Cassidy in this matchup in a 6-man tag. And then finally you have Adam Cole, who is going to be taking on Chris Jericho in an unsanctioned match. And the special guest enforcer in this matchup is going to be Sabu. And just to get back to one of the other matches, the tag team match between FTR versus Lethal and Jarrett, Mark Briscoe is going to be the special guest referee in that matchup. So, now to break down all the matches individually, and I'll start first with the TBS Championship. Because to me, this is the matchup that a lot of people can care less about the most. Who gives a crap about this match in reality? I like Taya Valkyrie a lot. I think Taya Valkyrie is terrific. But I'm so sick and tired of Jade Cargill. I'm tired of Jade Cargill's title reign. I'm tired of them building her up like the female Goldberg. She looks impressive. She has the physique that looks impressive. But let's just be honest, she's not getting better. Some people believe she's getting better. I don't believe she's getting better one bit. I think she's very stagnant. She's very ordinary and plain. I think AEW would do best right now to take that title off of Jade Cargill. But I have a feeling they're not going to do that. And I think they're going to want to have one certain person come back from injury and be the one to finally take that championship off of Jade Cargill. And I do believe, unfortunately, when it is all said and done, by the time we get to the end of this match at Double or Nothing, that I believe Jade Cargill will still be AEW Women's TBS Champion. And she will defeat Taya Valkyrie second time. So, I have Jade Cargill retaining the TBS Championship. Now I'm going to get to the Tag Team Championship match. They did a nice little build-up last night, adding in the whole Mark Briscoe thing. What side is Mark Briscoe going to be on? Is Briscoe going to be... Briscoe's having tension with the FTR because of the fact that Dax Hardwood was blinded a couple of weeks ago on Dynamite or on Rampage, and he ended up giving a pile driver to Mark Briscoe. Briscoe obviously is not happy about that. He ended up smacking the face of Dax, starting some tension between FTR and Mark Briscoe. And then, of course, you obviously see what he's been doing to Jeff Jarrett, Karen Jarrett, Sanjay, and Satnam Singh. But obviously him and Jay Lethal go way back from their days in Ring of Honor. So he has no problem with Jay Lethal, but he's trying to get him to snap back into it. This should be a decent match. The build hasn't been half bad. I expect this to be a halfway decent match. Mark Briscoe is obviously going to play some type of part in this matchup with him being the special guest referee. I wouldn't even be surprised if maybe this could potentially start the split of Jeff Jarrett from Jay Lethal, because in reality, Jay Lethal's too good to be with Jeff Jarrett. Jarrett can go back to being more of a backstage guy. Karen Jarrett, to me, I think she might just be here for a one-off, just to help out her husband during this little mini feud. But in the end, FTR is not losing those tag team titles anytime soon. Should be a decent match, but I'm going to go with FTR easily to win this matchup and retain the AEW Tag Team Championships. Now I'm going to get to the Blackjack Battle Royal. And right now we don't know who's actually going to be part of this Battle Royal right now. Obviously Orange Cassidy, who has been the AEW International Champion for the better part of probably at least 3-4 months. He's been defending the title almost on a weekly basis. He's usually been one of the first, if not the first person or first thing you see when you get on AEW Dynamite. He's always defending his championship, always finding ways to scratch out victories. But I think that Orange Cassidy is getting beaten down. He looks like he's getting worn out. And it looks like that Orange Cassidy is pretty close to soon dropping that AEW International Championship. And I think with them going with some type of Blackjack Battle Royal and some of the people that might be involved in this match, where you got a Ricky Starks who's teased being in the match. You got Juice Robinson and Jay White that have been teasing to be in the match. You could throw some other people on the roster in this match. Maybe some people we haven't seen in a while. Ultimately, I believe in the end, Orange Cassidy is not going to be winning the retaining the championship when it is all said and done in this match. And I am going with, personally, I'm going with Miro will be in this match, and Miro will be the new AEW International Champion when it's all said and done by the time we get to the end of this Blackjack Battle Royal. So I'm going with Orange Cassidy to drop the belt, and I think Miro is going to be the one to win the championship. Wardlow versus Christian Cage. I love Christian. I think Christian is awesome. Wardlow, I think, was on a great run with MJF. He was getting over with that Powerbomb Symphony. You know, being one of the top baby faces for a while. Won the TNT Championship originally. But the problem is they booked the TNT Championship so bad as of recently that's making Wardlow not look as strong. I don't understand the whole pairing up with him and Arn Anderson unless they're trying to build a new Four Horsemen, which I still wouldn't completely understand. The logical thing to do in this is to make Wardlow beat Christian Cage. A ladder match is going to be exciting. Christian is one of the kings in the ladder match. I think the match itself will be a lot of fun. I think the match itself will be exciting. But in the end, if Wardlow does not win this championship, what are we doing here? What are we doing with Wardlow? What are we doing with the AEW TNT Championship? Wardlow has got to win this match. So if I had to pick, I'm going with Wardlow to retain the AEW TNT Championship in this ladder match. It should be a lot of fun. It's going to add some more brutality to in the match. But I'm going with Wardlow. He will remain AEW TNT Champion. And hopefully they can start building up Wardlow a little better. And maybe this leads to a Luchasaurus versus Wardlow match later on in the year. That would be a fun match to watch for the TNT Championship. And hopefully Wardlow and the TNT title start to get booked a lot better than it did before. Ethan Page and the Guns versus the Hardys and Hook. Obviously, they did the deletion match a couple of weeks ago on AEW Rampage. This whole storyline is being booked on Ethan Page holding the contract and holding the rights to Matt Hardy and his little group, Isaiah Cassidy and Jeff Hardy. Obviously, Jeff Hardy just recently came back to AEW television not that long ago. Isaiah Cassidy has been, taking on this new gimmick. It's like him moaning or something. It's very weird, but Cassidy was originally supposed to be in the match. He is not going to be in the match for the overall, though. He's dealing right now with a neck injury. He's going to be replaced by Hook. Honestly, I don't really care for this match as much. I really don't. If I had to go, I believe the Hardys and Hook are going to win. I mean, Ethan Page and the Guns. Guns were AEW Tag Team Champions not that long ago. They just feel like they're irrelevant right now. They're just like a backstore player. And Ethan Page, he's great. I enjoy his gimmicks. I enjoy his in-ring work, and I enjoy his promo work, but he just feels like he's on the back burner right now. He's not doing anything important. So I'm going to be going with the Hardys and Hook to win this match, and they'll get full control over their name and obviously take control of the firm and Ethan Page going forward. Now we're getting to the big four matches of the night. In my opinion, Adam Cole and Chris Jericho, Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm, the Anarchy in Arena match, and the Four Pillars matchup. I'm going to start with the Women's Championship match because I think this is the fourth best match on this card out of all these four. Jamie Hayter has been banged up the past couple of weeks. There was a report that came out today that Jamie Hayter is going into Double or Nothing hurt. She's been dealing with a shoulder injury, and you haven't really seen her be very active in terms of physicality recently. She's been battling a shoulder injury, and you have to wonder, is it time to take the title off of Jamie Hayter and have her go on a little bit of a hiatus? Toni Storm and the Outcasts are starting to get a little bit of momentum now. I think the match is going to be great. Storm is great. Hayter is great. Both these women know how to work in the ring. If I had to pick, I'm going with Toni Storm to become the new AEW Women's Champion at Double or Nothing this Sunday night. I think it's her time. I think the Outcasts, if you want to take them more seriously, they need a championship in that group, and I believe Toni Storm is going to be bringing that title to the Outcasts, and then they'll have the AEW Women's Championship there. Toni Storm will be champion, and you have to wonder, over time, is it going to start building a little bit of tension within the Outcasts because one of them has the championship, and then maybe the other two start getting jealous, and that being Ruby Soho and especially Saraya. But I think that Hayter is going to lose the title, mostly a lot to do with the injured shoulder. I think she's going to go on a small hiatus until maybe around Forbidden Door or around Allin. And I think that's when you're going to see the Outcasts take control of the AEW women's division going forward. And I think Toni Storm will be the new AEW women's champion when it's all said and done. Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho. This has been a fun feud. Jericho is awesome at what he does. Adam Cole has been absolutely seeking major revenge ever since the beating of the kendo stick on his girlfriend Britt Baker by Ruby Soho and the Outcasts when Adam Cole was tied up on the side of the ring with the handcuffs. They obviously had the contract signing last night. Why do they need a contract signing? I don't know. Cole is just trying to want to go out there and annihilate Chris Jericho. And now you have the element of Sabu added to this match. You know for a fact that this is going to be bloody. This is going to be physical. It's an unsanctioned match. And Sabu would not be there unless there's a reason. This is going to be a brutal match. This is going to be a physical match. And if there wasn't for the match I'm going to talk about next, this would be the biggest bloodfest on the card. The result or who's going to win should not be shocking in the least. But the match itself is going to be brutal. But in the end, I'm going with Adam Cole to beat Chris Jericho because it's the only thing that makes sense. Adam Cole needs the victories. Adam Cole needs to continue to be built up as a top star in AEW. And Adam Cole is going to end up defeating Chris Jericho in this unsanctioned match. And I think that Sabu is going to do some type of crazy wild stunt in this match to get it even kicked up to that next level. So in the end, Adam Cole is going to win. And he is going to defeat Chris Jericho in this unsanctioned match. Now, you want to talk about blood. You want to talk about physicality. You want to talk about anarchy that's going to be happening. You can go no further than what my opinion has been the best feud in AEW so far. The Blackpool Combat Club and the Elite. These two groups have been going at it for the better part of a couple of months. A couple of these guys just had an individual matchup at AEW Revolution where they beat the living hell out of each other in a Texas death match. And I'm talking about Jon Moxley of the BCC and Hangman Page of the Elite. You have the Don Callis factor into this match. Jon Moxley said it last night on Dynamite. This is going to be physical. This is going to be brutal. This is going to be anarchy. This is going to be a bloodbath. This is going to be an absolute massacre overall. I expect physicality to the highest degree in this match. And if I had to pick, I'm going with the Blackpool Combat Club. I am. I think they're going to get the victory. Obviously, because of last night, the Young Bucks screwed Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli. And when Jon Moxley says, when it comes to these types of matches, when Moxley says it's going to be something we've never seen, it's going to be physical, it's going to be bloody, you better damn listen to what he says. Because when Moxley talks about these matches, it happens. This is going to be brutal. This is going to be physical. This is going to be a bloodbath. Bloodbath. On Double or Nothing. But if I had to pick, I'm going with the Blackpool Combat Club to win. I think it's eventually going to lead up to Blood and Guts, and that's where the Elite gets their win back. Don Callis could play a factor into this match. Maybe Konosuke Takeshita could play a factor. But either way, I'm going with the BCC to win this match, and this should be an absolute wild, crazy, physical, bloody. If you're squeamish, don't watch this match because this is going to be brutal. To the millionth degree, this is going to be brutal. It's going to be physical. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be glass, thumbtacks, barbed wire, concrete, blood all over the place, weapons galore. This is going to be something that the eye is really going to want to behold. But the BCC will end up getting the victory. I can't wait for this match. And the other match I can't wait for, the main event. 4 Pillars Fatal 4-Way AEW World Championship. Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus the AEW World Champion MJF. These 4 guys have been named the Pillars of AEW. All 4 of these young talented stars are homegrown in AEW. Homegrown talents that have worked their way up to the system. All of them have won at least the championship. MJF obviously being the world champion, and the other 3 guys, Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, Jack Perry, have all been TNT champion. This match is going to be a lot of fun. You're looking into the future of All Elite Wrestling when you see this match. All 4 of these guys are terrific in the ring. All 4 of these guys know how to work. All 4 of these guys know how to put on a banger of a match. All 4 of these guys are going to show out. You are going to get a glimpse into the bright future of AEW with this match. You are going to get a glimpse into what is to come with AEW in this match. This is going to be awesome. And obviously, anybody knows and everybody knows, MJF is not losing the championship at Double or Nothing. But what this is going to be is an opportunity in the future for Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, and Jack Perry to really show the audience that might not be as familiar with them or might not know how good they are, just how good these guys are. They're going to put on a show-stealing match in this main event on Sunday. MJF is going to remain AEW champion. There's no reason to take the title off of him. This match is going to be incredible. I've been genuinely excited. The build has been up and down for this feud for all 4 of these guys. But I think the match is going to be absolutely stellar when it's all said and done. When we are done, we're going to be talking about this match for a very long time. But I believe MJF will be still the AEW World Champion when it's all said and done. So my picks for AEW Double or Nothing goes as followed. And there are more matches added. I'll add them on there and I'll say who I think is going to win. Jade Cargill will defeat Taya Valkyrie and she will remain TBS Women's Champion. FTR will defeat Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal with help of Mark Briscoe, the referee in this matchup, and they will retain the AEW Tag Team titles. Ethan Page and the Guns will defeat the Hardys. The Hardys will defeat Ethan Page and the Guns in this 6-man tag match with Hook to own the rights of Ethan Page's contract. Wardlow will remain TNT champion in this ladder match, and he will defeat Christian Cage, because it only makes sense. Jamie Hayter, Toni Storm will become the AEW Women's Champion. She will defeat the current champion, Jamie Hayter, and Toni Storm will be the new AEW Women's Champion. Adam Cole is going to beat Chris Jericho in what it should be an absolute physical brawl in an unsanctioned match, and Sabu is going to have something to say about it. He's going to do something insane in this match, because he wouldn't be in there if he wasn't. In the most physical, brutal, bloody, anarchy, no pun intended, match, Blackpool Combat Club will get the victory over the Elite in what's going to be an absolute slugfest, bloody, physical, absolute out of control matchup at Double or Nothing, and then MJF will retain his AEW World Championship in what should be an absolute stellar Fatal 4-Way Pillars match between him, Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, and Jungle Boy Jack Perry in this Fatal 4-Way at the AEW World Championship. Hit the like button if you haven't already, and give a sub to NYGJeffyT85. More news, updates, and chatter surrounding AEW. Turn on the bell for notifications. Next video or short dropping on the channel surrounding AEW. You guys let me know in the comment section what are your preview and predictions for AEW Double or Nothing. Who you think is going to win, who you think is going to lose, and what do you think is going to be your match or matches of the night during AEW Double or Nothing that will be set to happen this Sunday. And this video will be premiering on Sunday at 12 p.m. So I can't wait. It's going to be a very fun wrestling weekend. And Double or Nothing is shaping up to be an absolute stellar show. No matter if you think the build-up to Double or Nothing was not that great, it was a little lackluster. The show itself, AEW knows how to put on show-stealing pay-per-views. And you're going to probably get another one of them this Sunday in Las Vegas, Nevada, May 28th for AEW Double or Nothing. Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week and your weekend. Take it easy, and let's see what AEW Double or Nothing has got cooking for us this Sunday night.